Right, good morning everyone, it is the Miniature Painter. I hope we're all doing very well. Second video in 2 days, I know, very strange. First off, thank you very much to everyone who has watched my video yesterday about the update for my Swiss Grenadiers. Very much appreciated, thank you very much for everything that you do for this channel, you watch. And it keeps me spurring on to make more videos. Thank you very much to all the subscribers and comments that people have done and the friendships I've gained throughout this whole YouTube career. I did ask in my previous video if you'd like to know how I paint the faces. A few of you have got back and said yes please, and this tutorial I'm going to show you is so simple. It's probably 4 steps and you're done. There's going to be no fancy layering, blending, nothing like that. It is literally so simple. So what I'll do is I'll turn the camera around and I shall show you the miniatures that I use, and I'll talk you through step by step, okay, and what you will achieve. See you in a minute. Right folks, let me just bring a miniature up and I'll show you what you will be able to achieve if you follow this tutorial. You see this face here? This is the head of a Warlord Games 28mm French Line Infantry Grenadier. This one just here. And that is what you will be able to achieve if you follow this tutorial, okay? Now this is so simple to do, okay? Right, first off you need the miniatures. Like I said, the miniatures I use are from this kit here. Okay, let me just turn the camera on. Is this kit here, okay? It is the Warlord. Let me just move some miniatures out of the way. It is this kit here, okay? And it's the Warlord Games Black Powder. That's better. Just move some stuff out of the way. I've got everything everywhere again. That's better. Right. It's this kit here. It's the Warlord Games Black Powder French Line Infantry. Okay. There is some rattling inside because I've got some miniatures in already. Okay. So that's the kit I'm using. All right. And in that kit, you get an abundance of heads. Okay. So I'll just get a sprue. Right, as you can see, all these sprues are still attached, all the heads are still attached to the sprue, okay? So what I will be doing, the way I start it is, step one is you leave all the heads on the sprue as is, okay? Why? Because when you get your paintbrush, for this I use a Rosemary & Co. Rosemary & Co. Kalinsky Sable Series 33-0, and that's the brush I use, okay? Nice fine point, and that is the important bit. So once you've got your heads on the sprue, I'll cut off the sprue, focus camera, there you go. There you go. Alright, you spray it white. Corax white, any white will do. I use Corax white from GW. And then obviously you let it dry. Once dried, all you need to do is wash it with, I use a mixture, okay? Now this here isn't non-oil. It's, the label says it is, but as you can see I have to make some more. Now this is a mixture of non-oil, Agrax Earthshade, and a tiny bit of any type of blue. You can use any, as long as it's a wash. Just a tiny, probably 1 or 2 drops of blue or even red, but the majority of this is 50-50 Agrax Earthshade and non-oil. And the reason why I do this mixture is because non-oil I find is too dark for the faces and Agrax Earthshade is too brown. So a mixture of the two works well for what you want to achieve, or what you will achieve for these faces. Okay, so Once you've got the mixture, you literally slap it on the miniature, and that is the result you will achieve. Okay, all your recesses are already shaded, faces and everything. Okay, and what you need to do after that, and that is what it will come out like so. So what you need to do after that is you need to get a contrast paint. Now I've got them all down here. Nope, that's grey. You have Guilliman Flesh or Dark Oath. Yeah, Dark Oath Flesh, if I can find it. Okay, so you have Dark Oak Flesh. Now, a lot of you will probably think, oh, this is easy, just slap it on, done. No. And you've got Guilliman Flesh. I use Guilliman Flesh because it's a little bit lighter than Dark Oak Flesh. Okay. This is what you use. Obviously, give it a good shake. Right. I'm going to try and do this behind the camera and keep it focused because I'm not used to doing tutorials. Once you've got your paint shook, now a lot of people, when applying a wash, will literally go that, slap it on, see how much is on that. No, that's wrong. I'll wash my brush and I'll show you how much I put on. Okay, now all I do that's the tiniest amount, and all I do from then, if you can see, I'll just try and do this with the camera. Do not slap it on. Very gently all over the forehead and the bridge of the nose. What you're trying to do is you're trying to keep the recesses dark without darkening them some more with your wash or your contrast paint. I do apologise if this goes out of focus because I'm trying to do it behind the camera. As you can still see, very, very difficult to do. And all you're doing is very gently putting it on. You're not slapping it on, which I'll show you in a sec. Once you've got it on, wipe your brush and any excess dab off. You do not want this pooling on the face. Okay, that is the flesh done. Now what I will do, we'll just slap it on one head, right? You can just go like that. Focus camera. Now to me, no, don't like doing that. Never will. That, off my brush. Okay, good point. Now you can see on the head of the Frenchie or Swiss guy with the forage cap. That is all you want. Okay. You see this guy, I just slapped it on and that's pulled. But to me, and the reason why I do it like so is because doing it that way, it allows you to, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's try and find another spray. Paint, how can I put it? Trying to maintain your painting whilst keeping the paint in the lines and thin and steady. Okay, let's do another one just to show you. Okay, let's do this guy here. You can see he's got the strapping of his shako just around here. Okay, so again, that's the paint on your brush. That's it. I'll try and do it behind the camera because this is very, very difficult to try and do. Depth of perception and everything. Because the thinner you go, the more layers you create. The more layers you create, the smoother your paint will be. Take your time. There's no hurry whatsoever. See, I'm barely touching the head, or in the cheekbones, the chin. And I've just realised I was going to paint that head, not that head. What a wally. Let's do another one. You've heard Bob Ross say happy little trees? Well, these are happy little faces. Well, none of them are smiling. See, again, the paint I'm using, very, very thin. And to me, I always went with the GW way of painting, which is Cadian Flesh Tone, Rikon Flesh Shade Wash. Then you've got your layer on top of that, leaving the recesses. But then they introduced contrast paints. And to me, painting faces with contrast paints is a no-brainer. Because the old saying goes, faces and bases. Okay, don't forget the ears. Trying to get... This is so difficult because I'm looking under the camera. As well. And you notice I've left the lips clear. Now what you can add on those lips, there and there, and there is dry as well, is a blue or a red. Because if you look at someone's lips, they're naturally red. But that, just wash my brush. Yeah, contrast paint tastes horrible. Is how I paint faces. Now I'll bring a couple up just to show you that when they've actually dried. But that, as you can see, the face is done. Now the advantage of doing these guys is you got the difference of the moustache, and that makes a big difference to the actual miniature. And you see that looks more like the colour of a face. By doing it that way, taking your time and not slapping on, you've kept the paint away from the recesses. The recesses have stayed dark between the cheek and the nose and the eye sockets. And doing that allows the paint to sit on top of the raised areas, so you're talking on top of the cheek, on the nose, on the chin and the forehead. That's light, and you, by pre-shading, you've allowed those raised areas, like I said, the cheek, the nose and the chin, to be light and the recesses to stay dark. And it's helped with your fine detail work, that's what I was looking for earlier, and keeping your hands steady. Now like I said, there's no hurry in doing these whatsoever. And you can do the hair at the back, as you can see. I've done some. These I'll be using for my Swiss line infantry. Now that is how you do faces. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will just turn the camera around and we'll have a quick chat. Right folks, Miniature Paint here again. First off, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed that video. It was so simple to do. That's the steps, okay? So step one is you prime your miniature white. I always go white. Reason why I go white is because when you've primed it white, you've painted your faces that way, or your jacket, tunic, trousers, whatever. That is a lot brighter. So with the miniatures being 28mm, you're able to see them there. You want them to stand out because they're so small. So you prime your miniature white, okay? That's step one. Step two is a mixture of 50-50 wash of Nuln Oil and Agrax Surfshine. Okay? slap it on, take off everything that is pulled, okay? Let it dry completely. Step 2 is apply your whatever contrast paint you want. Guillermin flesh, dark oak flesh. If you apply dark oak flesh, it will be a little bit darker. It will still work. It's up to you how you want your miniature to look. Dark skin, light skin, that's up to you. Guillermin flesh is what I use, okay? And use a very fine tip brush. Don't overload your brush. And take your time. Leave the recesses like here and here where you saw mention the eye sockets and everything, and under here. Leave the recess. Don't get the paint in the recesses. Allow them to go here, here, and the raised areas, okay? And that way, when it dries, the recess will stay dark, like here, in there. And the paint which you've put here, here, and here will be light. Face done. It's that simple. I will show you a virtually finished French voltigeur. Then I shall stop the video because it's been about 15 minutes. Focus. Hocus pocus. Focus camera. That's not focusing. Anyway, that didn't work, did it? Right, I've got to go because I have to go out in 15 minutes. I have to have a haircut. Thank you very much for watching. If you want any more comments, you want any more questions, sorry, put them in the comments below. I'll put my email address in the description. Okay, so if you want any questions whatsoever, anything at all, email me. It might go to my spam folder, but if you just put "Hi Miniature Painter," then I'll know it's from the YouTube community. Okay, so yes, thank you very much for watching. That's been my tutorial. That's how easy, quick and easy it is. You guys have been awesome as always. I hope that's helped. Any questions, comments you want whatsoever, again, stick me in the comment section below. I'll get back to you. I've been the Miniature Painter and you've been awesome. Bye.